Good evening. Today is Thursday, February 25, 2021 here in Cebu City. I'm Chare Coronel and this is SunStar Tonight. The Department of the Interior and Local Government will propose to the National IATF to waive the irrelevant documentary requirements for travelers amid community quarantines. Kenneth Torres reports.
The Department of the Interior and Local Government or DILG eyes to craft new guidelines on common protocols for land, air and sea travel which can be implemented by the local government units. DILG Undersecretary Pemako Dinsing III said they will propose to waive the irrelevant documentary requirements such as medical certificate and travel authority and have it replaced with more stringent assessment for travelers from the port of origin and arrival. Meanwhile, Dinsing clarified the executive order issued by Cebu Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, dropping the mandatory swab testing as one of the requirements for local tourists, does not violate protocols amid community quarantine. In a press conference in Medellin town this afternoon, Garcia said she is just following the IATF guidelines. She said that before she issued an EO, she had consulted first to all sectors including the Department of Health, DILG and other government agencies. Under the omnibus guidelines in the implementation of community quarantine in the Philippines, it is clear that protocols for non-authorized persons outside of residence or non-apurs, whether intra-travel or interzonal travel, will be subjected to reasonable regulations of the LGUs. Dinsing said that they will also discuss the removal of COVID-19 test requirement. He added that local leaders have different stand with regards to mandatory testing for travelers. Earlier this week, Garcia signed Executive Order 12, which sets easier rules for travel to Cebu Province. Under EO 12, there are only 3 requirements: a valid medical certificate issued by a reputable doctor within 7 days before the trip, proof of pre-booking at a resort or a hotel where the tourist shall stay for the duration of the visit, and passing the COVID-19 symptoms checking at points of departure and arrival. Garcia wants to revive the province's flagging tourism economy, which has been affected by lockdowns and lack of visitors. Kenneth Torres, SunStar Tonight.
The initial 600,000 Sinovac COVID-19 vaccines are expected to arrive in the country on Sunday, February 28. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said the government is well prepared for the arrival of the first doses of COVID-19 vaccines, including the hospitals that will be the first recipients of the vaccines. Medical frontline workers of the Philippine General Hospital or PGH will be among the first to be vaccinated. University of the Philippines PGH Medical Director Dr. Gerardo Legaspi said that they will accept whatever vaccine that will come with an emergency use authorization from the Food and Drug Administration. Legaspi added that the UP PGH is ready in terms of the infrastructure and logistical requirements of vaccination, including the availability of freezers for the vaccines and the information technology requirements. On the prioritization for the vaccine rollout, Roque stressed that the order of prioritization will still be followed, in which healthcare workers top the list. 3 unidentified men took 50,000 pesos from the convent of St. Joseph Parish in Barangay Tabunok, Talisay City, Thursday dawn. Based on police reports, the money the suspects took was the savings of the convent workers placed inside piggy banks and not parish funds. One piggy bank had 30,000 pesos and 2 others some 10,000 pesos each. A CCTV footage showed 2 men entered the convent through a sliding window while the other served as the lookout. Police authorities are still investigating on the incident. Do you want to have a healthy living space based on Feng Shui? To give us the tips, here's Tiffany Neri.
Have you ever been curious about the world of Feng Shui? Well, we've got you covered. Check this out. Here are 5 simple and practical tips to have a healthy living space based on Feng Shui. Number 1. Clear your room of clutter. It's pretty straightforward. Clutter isn't visually pleasing in any way. It's an impractical use of space and messes with your mental clarity. It can even be a factor that is both a cause for and result of stress. Number 2, keep the area of the front door or entryway clear too. In Feng Shui, an uninviting, messy, or cramped entryway blocks the good energy or even good fortune from entering your home. In a practical sense, obstacles blocking your doorway are just a hassle to deal with for you and your guests. Also, you'd want to keep it clear in case of emergencies. Number 3, reduce or remove negative symbolism. Symbolism is a huge part of our everyday lives, and the symbols that surround us actually influence how we feel, the choices we make, and how our lives end up playing out. Replace negativity with clear, positive, and uplifting things, and you'll find that eventually you'll attract more positive outcomes in your life. Number 4, take note of the command position. The command position in Feng Shui is a position in your space where you feel comfortable and in charge of the room. Important pieces of furniture like your bed, your desk, and your cooking area should be in the command or commanding position, somewhere where you have full vision of your door, but you aren't exactly directly in line with it. This puts you in the best position to deal with whatever comes into your life through that door. Opportunities, possibilities, and even dangers. Having a clear vision of what comes through your doorway will help you feel safe and deal with anyone or anything that's approaching. Number 5, keep your bathroom door closed. In Feng Shui, the bathroom is where water flows out of your home, and the water flowing out also symbolizes wealth or even good fortune flowing out too. In a practical sense, the practice of leaving the bathroom door open or closed depends on habit and culture. Sometimes you need it open to air out the humidity. Other times you have to keep it closed to keep the smells in. Whatever it is up to you. Hope these tips helped you guys dip your feet into the wonderful world of Feng Shui, the Chinese art of placement. Once again, this is Tiffany Neri for Lifestyle on SunStar Tonight.
To get the latest, visit www.sunstar.com.ph. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media accounts on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Charek Ronel. This has been SunStar Tonight. See you again tomorrow. Good night.